Commander Lyric stood on the bridge of the Ascendant Reach, her eyes locked on the holographic star map that floated before her. The mission was an anomaly, even by the high-risk standards of the Orion Collective. For decades, whispers of an ancient species known as the Eilari had circulated across the galaxy. Legends of beings so advanced, they abandoned the known universe in pursuit of higher existence. Most dismissed the stories as myths. But recently, a faint signal had emerged from the uncharted Oblivis Sector, bearing the unmistakable markers of Eilari technology. "Signal is stable, Commander," reported Raylos, the ship's analytical officer, his violet eyes glowing faintly in the dim light. "It's a beacon, but the encryption, it's unlike anything we've ever seen." Lyric nodded, her dark hair pulled tight into a utilitarian braid. "We've been tasked with uncovering truths no one else dares to pursue. Prepare the jump." As the Ascendant Reach prepared to enter the vast uncharted void, Lyric allowed herself a moment of reflection. The Orion Collective had risen to dominance not through conquest, but through relentless pursuit of knowledge. They had unlocked the mysteries of subspace travel, quantum manipulation, and even biofusion. Yet this mission was unlike any before. If the Eilari still existed, or if even a fragment of their legacy remained, it could reshape the galaxy forever. The ship plunged into the Oblivis Sector, its hull trembling as it pierced through pockets of unstable energy. The stars outside seemed dimmer, colder, as if the very fabric of space had thinned. "Commander," Rallo said, his voice tinged with unease. "We've arrived. The signal is emanating from that planetary system." The display shifted, revealing a single pale blue planet orbiting a dying sun. Its surface shimmered unnaturally, a kaleidoscope of colors that defied explanation. "Planetary scans?" Lyric asked. "Unstable atmosphere," Rallos replied. "Pockets of dense energy, no visible structures, but the beacon's origin is below the surface." Lyric's voice carried a weight of determination. "Prepare a landing party. We've come too far to turn back." The shuttle descended through the chaotic atmosphere, bursts of energy rippling across its shields. Lyric, Raylos, and a small contingent of operatives touched down on a barren landscape unlike. "Commander," Rallos said, his voice trembling, "I think we've triggered something." Lyric's hand went to her sidearm. "Everyone, back to the shuttle. Now." As they emerged from the structure, the spires began to vibrate, sending ripples through the air. Shapes materialized, sleek, jagged forms, their surfaces shifting like liquid metal. The sentinels had awakened. "They're converging on us," shouted one of the operatives. Lyric turned to face the crystalline constructs, her mind racing. The Eilari's legacy was more than knowledge, it was a trial. And they had just stepped into its heart. The sentinels moved with an unnatural fluidity, their crystalline forms reshaping mid-motion to adapt to the terrain. Pulses of light coursed through their structures, signaling coordination far beyond any drone Lyric had ever encountered. These were not simple machines. They were manifestations of a civilization that had mastered the balance between organic life and synthetic precision. "Form a perimeter," Lyric barked, her voice cutting through the rising hum of energy. The operatives fanned out, their weapons trained on the approaching sentinels. Rallos examined his scanner, his expression darkening. "Commander, their composition defies known physics. They're absorbing ambient energy from the environment. Our weapons might not be enough." Lyric clenched her jaw. "We'll adapt. Humans always do." The first sentinel lunged, its crystalline appendages extending like jagged blades. Lyric fired, her plasma bolts slamming into its core. The creature faltered but didn't fall, its wound sealing almost instantly as its form reshaped to compensate. "Concentrate fire!" she ordered, sidestepping as another sentinel lashed out. The combined volley from the team staggered the creatures but failed to destroy them. Instead, the sentinels grew faster, their movements more deliberate as though they were learning. "Commander!" Rallo shouted, ducking as a tendril of energy lashed past him. "These things are evolving in real time. The more we attack, the stronger they get." Lyric's mind raced. A direct fight was futile, but retreating without answers would mean failure. The Eilari's legacy was tantalizingly close. She couldn't abandon it now. Fall back toward the structure, she commanded. We'll use the terrain to slow them down, anything they'd encountered. The ground was crystalline, each step producing a faint melodic hum. Commander, Rallo said, kneeling to examine the terrain, this isn't natural. The entire surface appears constructed. Before Lyric could respond, a pulse of light erupted from the horizon. It wasn't violent but deliberate, as though it were calling to them. Without hesitation, they moved toward its source. The pulse led them to a massive chasm, its edges lined with towering crystalline spires. At its heart stood a monumental structure, its design a seamless fusion of geometric precision and organic elegance. Glyphs, glowing with an otherworldly energy, adorned its surface. This is it, Rallos whispered. The Eilari. This is their legacy. Lyric stepped forward, her boots crunching softly against the crystalline ground. Let's find a way inside. As they entered the structure, the air grew heavy, saturated with an electric charge that seemed to tingle across their skin. The interior was a labyrinth of towering arches and cascading light. At its center stood an obelisk, pulsating with energy. Commander, one of the operatives said, pointing to a glowing console at the base of the obelisk. This might be the beacon's core. Lyric approached, her heart pounding. The console activated as she drew near, projecting a figure of light. It was humanoid but translucent, its form shifting like liquid glass. Its voice echoed in their minds rather than through the air. Travelers, the figure said, you stand at the threshold of the Eilari's truth. Be warned, knowledge comes at a cost. Lyric squared her shoulders. We seek understanding. Show us. The figure's form twisted, and the obelisk flared. Images flooded their minds. Visions of a galaxy once united under Eilari guidance, of technologies that bent the laws of reality, of wars that sundered entire star systems. And then, the warning. The Eilari had not vanished. They had transcended. But their departure was not without consequence. They had left behind guardians, sentinels designed to protect their secrets. But over millennia, these sentinels had evolved, their purpose corrupted. They now saw all as intruders to be eradicated. As the vision faded, the obelisk emitted a deep, resonant hum. The crystalline spires outside began to glow ominously. To be continued.